Jamahal Hill has finally broken his silence after the savage TKO loss to Yuri Prochaska over the weekend. He posted a video of him and Yuri vibing at the bar, drinks in hand. In the caption, he wrote, "First of all, congratulations to Yuri. You made great adjustments and gave me a hell of a fight. I want to thank everybody that reached out with love and support. I truly appreciate you all. My fire has never burned hotter or brighter for my future and growth. Fighting against the elite is an honor and a blessing that I don't take for granted. And yes, it comes with some hard lessons, but this is my journey and I'm going to set the course back right. Negative and hate are from those that know where they stand beneath you and want to bring you down to their level. My head is high and my heart is full, and I can't wait for my time to shine again. Sweet Dreams Nation, we move forward and onward." Henry Cejudo gave a subtle insight into what he really thinks about Merab during a recent episode of the Pound for Pound podcast. Merab dominated Henry when they fought in Feb last year, at one point firemen carrying him across the octagon. When pressed by Kamaru Usman, Henry weirdly calls Merab daddy.
At all, he's the machine.
Anything else you want to say about Merab, Henry?
He's the best in the world, dude, and he's earned it, man. Like, I was even talking to my wife yesterday. She was like, "Hey, man," he's like, "I know he picked your ass up. He did."
We know he's the best in the world. But anything else you want to say about Merab?
He's the real deal, man. I feel like
we know he's the real deal.
I feel like at this point, though, I think you got to put him in. I think you got to slide him in at least pound for pound, top 3, dude. Like, no lie.
Of course.
He should be ahead of Pereira. He should probably be ahead of. Fuck, man. I would even say, man, you probably have to. You have to slide him in at number 2, man. Look at the amount of title defenses or the winning streak that he's on and who he's beat. I mean, Kush. I mean, I eat my words. Another level of respect for Merab for what he's done, who he beat. I mean, fuck, man. It makes me. I don't feel so damn bad losing to him.
There's nothing else you want to say? In that bantamweight division, nothing else.
Daddy, does that make you happy, Kamaru?
No, you don't need to call him daddy. I mean, I think we've passed that point after you guys fought. So, because you did say.
Arman Tsarukyan claps back to the backlash he has received for his pullout game at UFC 311. Arman insists his back injury was legit. Arman dismissed rumors the injury as caused by shooting content with Nina Drama. Speaking to Ariel Helwani, Arman said, "I didn't have anything with my lower back in training camp, like with my sciatic nerve. I didn't have anything. I had from my neck to my back, but it's a completely different thing. Of course, every camp we have something, like I hurt my elbow, I hurt my knee, but it was not that bad that you couldn't continue your training camp. Every fighter has a small injury. Everything was good. Wednesday after training, I went to sleep and I started to feel my lower back and I couldn't sleep all night. And I thought something happened. I took some painkillers and they didn't help. The next day I thought it's gonna be good. And after the press conference, I'm gonna start my weight cut. When I started my weight cut, I was doing bike, and then that moment, my back stuck and I couldn't move. I just laid down in the hot tub. It was crazy pain. I couldn't do cardio, and the UFC doctors came and started to help me do some PT, and they said, you're gonna be all right in the morning. If you're gonna feel the same, you can't continue cutting your weight. I was like 6 left when I went to sleep and the pain was the same. 5 a.m. I just told my manager it's the same pain. I couldn't move, my lower back stuck and I cannot continue. Former champion Robert Whittaker explains why he feels bad for Renato Moicano after his loss to Islam Makhachev at UFC 311.
You know what? And I feel for Renato, right? Because
Same.
I feel like he was on the right trajectory. He was heading into the right direction to build up to a title fight because Islam's just about cleared out of the division at this point.
Yep.
Right? Like, so And Moicano was starting to really pick up some steam. He was starting to get those high-level fights. He was starting to get, like, his win streak was back. And he was looking better and better. You know, I think Dariush would have put him in a really good position to have a camp for Islam. Whereas now, he was kind of thrown in unexpected, thrown in rushed, you could say. Like, yeah, he had a camp, but not for Islam. Like, the levels are different.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, he said it in his post interview. He may not get another chance. Like, obviously, you got to take these opportunities when they present themselves. Mm-hmm. But I feels for Moicano because he's been in the game for so long as well.
Yeah, so let's talk about that a little bit. I've watched a few interviews now that broke down how it happened. So, Arman, it was after the press conference that he had this, you know, back spasm or sciatic nerve issue come up, and it really started getting worse as he was cutting weight, right? And then it was the night before, at midnight actually, they call up Renato and they're like, Renato, we need you to make championship weight. Don't weigh in at 156. It was Hunter, I think. Don't weigh in at 156. We need you to weigh in at 155. Renato asked, hey, are they pulling out? Is this I'm pulling out? Is Arman pulling out? No, we just need you to weigh in as a backup just in case, right? And then it was early in the morning the next day where they were like, you're going to be the one fighting. So it was so soon. And as you said, bro, like he didn't get to train for Islam. It was a completely different camp training for Benil. And because it was such a last minute change and someone, I think he's ranked 10th going up and fighting the best pound for pound fighter in the world, it is hard not to feel for him because ultimately he saved the bloody card.
Yep. You know, and hats off to Islam. Like you said, like best pound for pound, right? Taking on all comers, day of, doesn't care, you know. And, you know, that's what makes him so good. That's what being the number one pound for pound means. That's what, you know, is going to get him as the best lightweight to have ever done it. But
speaking of,
Aljamain Sterling says he thought Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan would be a close fight. However, he was really impressed with how he put the squeeze on Moicano in the first round.
The way that it looked, like I thought it was going to be really, really close, but to see him do that to Renato Moicano, who also trains down at American Top Team with Arman, I'm not sure if they're training together, but I know he's training down there. I mean, how could you not consider that possibility? I'm not saying it happens, but it made me think like, damn, was he really about to just smash Arman and have everyone just shut up and just be crickets? Because that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. Because that would have
been insane,
bro. The way he put that squeeze on him, bro. Oh my god. So bro, I don't even think you understand when I saw Mighty Mouse talking about it. People lock here when they get the Darce or Anaconda. He's doing some shit where he's locking here and he's folding. He's just folding guys up, bro. Now I'm going in the gym next week and I'm trying that 100%. So thank you, Islam, for that.
Wow, so you're really not a Dagestani hater. Because I was going to...
Shout out to the Dagestani boys. Islam, congrats on your victory. Congrats for setting a record. I believe he has the most title defenses now. We're about to get into this. No, I know.
Yeah.
But regardless, a record is a record, and no one can ever take that away from you. I know you don't drink, but cheers. Salam alaikum.
So, okay, he does have the record. Thank you for giving me a beautiful segue. He does have the record now. But everyone's kind of shitting on his record because I got it pulled up here. His title run has been Charles Oliveira, former featherweight, Alexander Volkanovski, who almost beat him, featherweight, Alexander Volkanovski again, featherweight, Dustin Poirier, former featherweight, and Renato Moicano, former featherweight. And even if you zoom back in time a little bit before that, it was Dan Hooker on short notice and Bobby Green on short notice as well. So his last fight here, short notice. So a lot of people...
Charles Oliveira says he's open to fighting Max Holloway for the BMF belt. Max won the BMF belt off Justin Gaethje and then lost to Ilia Topuria in October of last year. Speaking to the UFC, Dubronk said, "We'll have to see when Islam will want to come back. If he only wants to fight in October, I definitely want to fight before that. So why not challenge Max Holloway for the BMF belt? We met before. but I suffered an injury right in the beginning, so there wasn't an actual fight. I think we deserve to make this fight happen. Speaking about UFC 311, Charles said, "It was a great fight. Islam is the champion. He did what he had to do, but I'm next." And he knows that. The lightweight champion is called Charles Oliveira. I'm ready for that. Who do you guys think Dubronx should fight next? Islam or Max Holloway? And who takes the W in that one? Post your opinions in the comments. TJ Dillashaw, former two-time bantamweight champion, weighed in on the recent saga with Kevin Holland. Kevin is currently ranked 18 on the ladder and has lost 4 of his last 5 fights. In a recent episode of the Jackson podcast, Kevin said he didn't care about becoming champion and it would be too much hassle for him. TJ wasn't impressed and said it's an excuse, and it boils down to the fact that Kevin just doesn't have the ability to become champion. TJ said, "I saw the post you guys put out there about him not caring about becoming a champion because there's too much politics in it." I'm like, all right, that's just an excuse because you'll never be a champion. You know what I mean? He's a very entertaining fighter. He talks a lot, he does this, but he will never be a champion. I'll promise you that. It's the truth. He's got some holes in his game. During the same podcast, Kevin Holland told host Rampage Jackson to shut the fuck up and mocked him for not knowing what a 75-40 is. Fans were outraged and most agreed that Rampage would destroy Kevin in a fight. What's your opinion? Drop a comment and let us know what you think. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos.